Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Outfox channel. And today we're on a new one, trying to help people out with their relationships, relationship problems, relationship non-problems. And today we're going to look at, is it normal for a girl, 26, to have nothing in common with her partner, another girl, 24? So I'm actually already super skeptical of the title because I'm 100% sure, I'm going to predict that right now, I'm 100% sure that they actually do have things in common. It's really rare for people to have nothing in common. And I actually think it's actually close to impossible for people not to have anything in common. So, fickle following, listen, you can just already leave the video right now. Because I genuinely think it's not possible. Obviously, I'm gonna read it and see what you mean for sure. But I'm already skeptical. Let's go. Is it strange that the only thing my partner, 24, and I, 26, do together is hard household chores? Okay, so it's probably also about activities together. Okay, of course we occasionally go on dates. Okay, like watching a movie, or going out for dinner. Okay, well that's good. You guys clean, you watch movies, and you go out for dinner. What else do you need? What else do you want, Freckle? Alright. We really enjoy each other's company, which makes things like cooking together more pleasant. You cook together, though neither of us actually enjoys cooking. Okay. So you actually, okay, bro. It's just something that needs to be done, and doing it together makes it more bearable. My partner genuinely enjoys these moments, cooking together, folding laundry together, tidying up together. I, on the other hand, feel quite indifferent about it. Oh, doing household chores together is, of course, nicer than doing them alone, but me, they remain just that, chores. Sure, okay. Before we met, I used to do them on my own. In fact, it was easier then because I could schedule them whenever I wanted. Since we got together, my sense of responsibility towards them has weakened. I would much rather go out with the wonderful girl I had just met than do my ironing. Who wouldn't? True. My girlfriend, however, traveled a lot and led a more unstable life before we met. For her, building these new routines is exciting, especially because she gets to share them with me. It's all very sweet and nice. And am I ungrateful for wanting more? No, you're not. I would love to find something we can genuinely enjoy together. We don't have any shared interest or activities. Everything we do or want outside of work and household tasks happen separately. Even after being together for a long time, our lives remain largely separate. She has hers, I have mine. Is it selfish to want more? Am I being too codependent? This is probably the relationship that has brought me the most happiness. So why does it still feel like it's not enough? Bro! I mean, girl! Why, you don't mind if I call you bro, right? It's fine, that's just what I say. But listen. Okay, this is really good. Well, first of all, congratulations, GG's, for having a pretty smooth routine. I'm guessing, right? You guys cook together. You guys do the cleaning together. I find that's quite wholesome. So it's really nice to hear. Thanks for sharing the story. But you want more. You want more. Okay. I think that it's I don't think you're being ungrateful for wanting more at all. I think this is something that we want and we can expect from relationships, especially new ones or ones that are, I mean, for me, a new relationship is like 6-7 years is still like you're still actually building stuff, maybe like between like 10 and 15 you're actually like settling a little bit more, probably buying your house, having children and stuff, especially if you started dating in your like 18, 19, 20, around these waters, right? And then it's like when you like 20 years, it's like, okay, well, I have no idea what I'm talking about, by the way. This is just a fucking guess, but it's like, yeah, 20 years, it's like, yeah, we good, you know what I'm saying? Like we know where we at. I know who I'm talking to exactly, you know what I'm saying? Change is going to be less and less and less, but now it's a time where people can change a lot. I don't think you are ungrateful at all. I think this is an opportunity that you can take. You can always change the way your relationship goes, especially when it's a new one. So no, I think that you're actually appreciating. It's absolutely fine to feel indifferent about chores and cooking, especially if it's something maybe you cooked for your family, or maybe you were doing chores at home, so that's why it feels boring, because you're just like kind of doing it automatically. It's not something that takes a lot of time for you. You don't really need to think about it a whole much. You can just fold your clothes and wash up and broom your floor because you've done it, thousands of times, and it's not really a big deal for you. But for her it is. And first of all, continue enjoying these things with her, since she seems to be having a lot of fun doing it, and she feels probably some sense of accomplishment when she actually folds her own clothes and washes her own dishes and mops her floor. I feel like it's a sense of accomplishment when that happens, and when someone like feels capable of doing that. But having something that you can actually enjoy together is also still possible. So you didn't really give any details about like what she likes, or what you like. But if you want to, you can, drop it in the comments in Reddit, like a list of things that you like and a list of things that she likes, and I'm sure you guys can find something in common. Even if it's two different things, these two different things can be exercised in one activity. So, for example, it's like, let's say you like fitness and she likes sightseeing, like she likes seeing very, very beautiful stuff. Well, you guys can go hike on a mountain, right? And then you get the beautiful sights, and you also get the exercise in. You're hiking. It's not like super, super, it's not like super high level exercising, and it's not necessarily, well, it is actually very, very beautiful sights. I'm not gonna lie. But I think like mixing two activities that you guys have together into one, or two preferences that you guys have together into one, would be a nice thing. Maybe you like writing and she likes drawing. You guys can make a book. I don't know, or like for jokes, right? It doesn't even have to be a serious book or something. You guys just make jokes. Maybe you want to start like a project. Something that's like work and fun at the same time. Maybe you guys can start, like, you guys watch movies. Maybe you guys can start a movie series together. Not like filming it, but like do marathons or something. These can be like maybe a small way of starting. But I think, look, it's probably going to take a lot of research into yourself and into your partner to know what you guys can enjoy to do together. But I think first step is talk about it with her. Be like, hey, I really enjoy us cooking together and doing the chores, but I feel like I want more of our lives. I don't want the only thing that we share as people is this. And it's very legitimate to say that. And people always have space in their lives, especially for their loved ones, to change a little bit and try and do things that the other person likes, and trying to do something that you guys both enjoy. It's difficult to find. I've been in a relationship for 4 years myself, and we're still looking. We're still looking for things that we can both enjoy. We tried multiple things, and it seems like it's much harder to create something like this with two people, especially two people who want to be partners. Whilst we do so many other things together, because we talk a lot. You guys cook and you guys clean together. You guys probably talk a lot, right? And there's times where you want to just do things your way, kind of. It's like, I want to do this, but I want to do this the way I do it, because I just find it more fun like this, because you've been doing it for so long like that. And implementing someone else into that activity is really hard, and you just need a lot of patience. And you will never be, I don't think you'll be able to do something that you do your way with your partner. You guys have to do it your way, as in you and your partner's way has to be a new thing for each activity that you guys both enjoy. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay. And when you say we don't share interests or activities, I believe you. I believe you mean that like no direct interest or activity is the exact same, but I don't think it's necessary for you guys to be able to do something together. I think you guys can join two different activities, like you guys join two different people, and it's working fine, right? So join two different activities that you guys can blend into one that already exists, where you can both get exactly what you want from the original activity. And it's gonna be hard. It's not that easy. Like this is the first part. The second part is to actually do it and find a way for both of you to have fun in there. And it's work. It's a lot of work. But it's definitely worth it. Everything we do or want to do outside of work and household tasks happens separately. I understand. Is it selfish to want more? Absolutely not selfish at all. 0% selfish. This is you expecting more from your relationship, as we all should. It's completely realistic to want to do something with your partner that you guys both enjoy, except from, cooking, watching movies, and, like, except from the routine, right? Because you do have your routine that you enjoy, which is very nice, but you also want that extra thing that you guys can both enjoy together. That's completely normal. I think you should expect that from all relationships that you have, even your friendships, right? It's like your friends are here for you. You're here for them, but you also want to be able to do things sometimes with them that you guys both enjoy. That's like an activity that, makes you travel or lets you breathe out of your routine a little bit, and wanting to jump out of your routine with your partner at the same time is really good. It's a really good incentive, and I think you're absolutely not being selfish. Am I being too codependent? Well, codependency for me is like the synonym of being a relationship, right? I don't really like this demonization of codependency. I don't like it at all. Why? Because I think that you take a deal on being dependent on someone when you start a relationship with them. You do depend on them. It's not even a choice. Like, you absolutely do depend on, especially if you live with them. Like, you go to work and your other partner is at home, you depend on them cleaning the house. You depend on them buying you food. You depend on them, not stealing your shit and just leaving. Yes, of course, you're putting basically half of your entire life into someone else's hand. They do the same thing with you, right? But the amount of trust that you have with that person that lives in your house with all your private stuff, you're depending on their sanity and their goodwill to not, like, I don't know, slit your throat in the middle of the night. I know it's a little bit graphic, right? But it's like, you're just closing your eyes with someone, and it's like, of course you trust them, but that's the whole point, bro. You trust them to just not get up in the middle of the night, rob you, and slit your throat. Like, that's what it is. And this is very codependent, right? I think, your happiness depends on the other person's happiness. That's the deal. Like, if your girl isn't happy, then you're not going to be happy. You're not supposed to be happy whilst the person in front of you isn't happy. That doesn't make any sense. You're not supposed to be like, you're not supposed to be like in a relationship, but I haven't been with my girlfriend in 2 weeks and I'm completely fine. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, what's the point then? Why are we even doing this? If, like, we're supposed to be together but have, like, be completely fine with completely separate lives? That makes no sense. Like, if my fiance leaves for 2 weeks, I'm not good, bro. Why the fuck would I be good? You need to be okay and give them space. Yeah, give them space for sure, but it's not like, I'll give you space. It's not like I'll feel bad when my fiance leaves for 2 weeks, but I'll let her leave. I just won't feel good. What do you mean? That's weird. It's like, you don't have to feel good. You can just be like, I understand people have freedoms, but you don't have to feel good about it. Nah, bro. And it's the same thing with your routine. It's like, you have a routine, a really nice routine. Obviously, you don't want to force, like, your girlfriend to do things with you either. But you're allowed to feel bad. Yes, it's completely fine. This is probably the relationship that brought me the most happiness. That's beautiful. So why does it feel like it's not enough? It's not. It's because relationships grow. Okay, so your relationship this year is not the same thing as your relationship like 2 years ago or something. If you were over 2 years ago, so generally speaking, you don't want to, like, jump into the future too fast, but you do want to have expectations of your relationship getting better and better and better as time goes, because that's how you see yourself, that's how you see everything in your life, right? It's like, that's how we move. Okay, we want bigger houses, we want more knowledge, we want more wisdom, we want more money. You always seek to do more, especially if you're a working woman, right? You want to achieve things, and your relationship is the same, right? You want to always have more connection, get closer, understand the person in front of you more and more and more. And this is this is a normal feeling. It's not necessarily that it's not enough. It's just not enough now, but it's not impossibly not enough. Like, and I felt like, not enough. When you say like this, it does sound a little bit grateful and you're not doing enough for me type shit. But at the same time, it's like, it's true that she could do more, but that doesn't mean that what she's doing right now is not enough. It feels really contradicting and hypocritical, but relationships do get better, right? Like, people do feel better and better the more the relationship goes, if the relationship goes well, right? Yeah, because obviously sometimes relationship goes and it gets worse and worse and worse, but we don't want that, right? So there is a world where relationships do grow and get better, but that's not because the person wasn't doing enough the year before. They were just doing their best, okay, which is all they can do right now, which I feel like that's what you guys are doing as well. So I understand your fears, especially about the way you feel, but I think the way you feel is completely normal. Try to communicate that obviously in a non-aggressive way, and really say that maybe you think that you guys, instead of saying I don't think it's not enough, saying I think we can do better, okay? And if she asks you, but is it enough what we have today? And it's like, for sure it's enough, for sure, but I think that us as people can do even more. Why not? Why even limit yourselves to one thing because the other things are hard? I mean, you don't have to lose anything. You don't have to stop doing anything that you're doing today. You can just do more. That's fine. So yeah, that's my advice. I hope that helped. I hope that helped anybody that also has an issue like this. Thank you, Fico, for sharing your story, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Outfox out. Bye bye.